Okay, for our next project, we're going to do some gemstones, some shaded gemstones. And here's an example of kind of how the finished gemstone is going to look before we add it to our larger piece of paper. So to start this, you're going to have a small piece of paper. Move these out of the way a little bit. And you're going to draw in a shape to fill the space. Doesn't matter what the shape is, because gemstones are not circles. You know, they're just the shape of a stone. So you're going to draw in a shape. Then you're going to choose at least three different patterns. For example, this one has like more than three. It has the lines, the flower pattern, then this like zigzag pattern, and then the circles. This one has this like little up and down triangle pattern, the circle pattern, and then this zigzag with the line pattern. So you're going to choose three different patterns. Here's another one I have. This one has like the circles, and these like look like little feathers, and then little swirlies. So three different patterns. And if you're not sure about which ones to use, I have these handouts so you can look through. You can look like this one's kind of like the zigzag or the little flowers. Here's one that's kind of like that one I did. So you can look through and find some examples, or you can do your own. But you're going to start out with three different patterns. So you can do your circle. Then on all mine, I kind of did like a little frame, which would actually be called, when you do these gemstones, when they're like framed, when they're in a silver edge, like jewelry, you have this bezel. And it's the silver line that holds it into the piece of silver. So I do that kind of line that mimics it. Then you're going to have three different patterns. So for instance, if I wanted to do circles, I would do the circles that go all the way around. Now I'm just going to do a little section of pattern so that we can get to the next step. So this pattern would go all the way around like this. Circles go all the way around. Then I decide on my next one. Maybe my next one I want to do something that goes out from here. So I'm going to do a line pattern. At the end of my line, I'm going to do loops. So this would be my next pattern. Lines to loops. And again, I take it all the way around. So that's pattern number 2. Maybe number 3 would be a dot in the middle of each one of these. So that's actually 3 patterns. So I could end on that, or if I wanted to do a little bit more, maybe could do like another pattern just to end it. I think I will. I think I'll do. So this would be like the section that would go all the way around. So that would be my 3+ patterns. I'd have the circles, this little loops, this with the stripes. So I'd take that all the way around, and that would be the outer section of my gemstone. So that's the first step. You guys would do it with pencil and then go over it with Sharpie. I'm just doing it with Sharpie so you can see how it looks. Then you could go in and take some sections to choose to do it in some dark areas. Just like one section, like here I chose to do those triangles in the circle. Here I chose to do those edges. Here I could, if I had time, maybe color this whole section in to where only that white area of the circle was white. Again, I'm just doing this really quick, but I could color that in so that just the circles were white. But I would do a solid job. I'm just doing this real quickly so you can see, but you could do a solid job. So step one. Step two is you're going to want to cut it out and then do the painting.